everyone, it's Dr. Hurme from Amityville Wellness. Today we're going to talk about sleeping. I've spoken to tons of patients and we've even taken polls, and a lot of people are having trouble sleeping. So what can you do? Well, there's a lot of different things you can do. Let's start out just by talking about what is trouble sleeping. Trouble sleeping, when you talk about it in Chinese medicine, you break it down into so many different categories. So you can have insomnia, which means you never go to sleep. Or you could be the person that can fall asleep but wakes up frequently during the night. Or maybe you're the person that falls asleep and wakes up once and then can't go back to sleep. Or you're the early riser, where you fall asleep but you wake up at 3 in the morning and you can't go back to sleep. Now, each one of these problems that people have with sleeping, you treat in a different way. But for today's sake, I'm going to give you the best possible ways to get yourself back to sleep with all of these ailments, no matter which way you have trouble sleeping. Or you might even be the one that gets nightmares. So either way, this is what we're going to do. The first sleep technique is you want to make sure that you have a bedtime alarm clock set. Now, I've said this before in other classes that we've done, that it is really important that you start to train your body to go to sleep, just like you would do with a little kid. Like when you say, all right guys, it's starting for bedtime, bedtime's gonna be soon, you gotta get ready to go to sleep. If you set an alarm for yourself to go to sleep on your phone, what happens is you see the alarm clock go off and then you realize, oh, it's time to start winding down. Now, when you start to wind down, all the lights in your house should come down. Everything should start to go to sleep, okay? So that means the phone, the TV, the lights all dim. Everything starts to slow down. I like to actually use a special soap. Like if you have a special soap that you love or a special smell, whether it's aromatherapy or something like that, you can wash your hands, and every time you smell that, it'll signal to your brain, oh, it's time to go to sleep. And so you can use your senses, your sense of smell, to help trigger your brain to realize, oh, it's time to go to sleep. So that's a good thing you could do. Or you could spray, eucalyptus, which is a great thing to help you sleep, or even lavender all around your bedroom or on your pillow. I use both of those techniques. I love them. I love to use the special smelling soap. That really works well for me. I always wash my hands before I go to sleep. And the aromatherapy all over the room. And the pillow is great too. Now, so we have the bedtime alarm, we have the hand soap, and the eucalyptus or lavender sprayed around the room, or whatever aromatherapy you feel really helps you really relax. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure you don't eat late. So if you're going to bed, say 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, really all eating should stop by 5 or 6 or 7 the latest. You should not be eating after 7 o'clock at night. Now, there are also foods that can make you have trouble sleeping. And those foods are going to be red meat, spicy food, sugar, obviously, caffeine. All those foods will make you have vivid dreams. They'll give you interrupted sleep. They'll make you hot at night where you can't fall asleep. So you really want to avoid that. So 2 things: you want to not go to sleep, not eat after 7 o'clock at night, and avoid eating rich foods that are high, like very heavy proteins like red meat, sugars, and caffeine at night, because that will also interrupt your sleep. And then another thing that could really interrupt your sleep is going to be exercising at night. When you exercise, it really gets everything going. That's something we always talk about. When you exercise, it gets you going, makes you feeling good, gets you pumped up. Now, if you try and go to sleep after that, that's going to be a little hard, because you just got your whole body wound up and now you're trying to settle down. So let's try to avoid exercise or very heavy exercise late at night. Like if you want to take a walk around the block, that's one thing. If you want to go train and lift hard and work out really hard, that's something else. Let's not do that at night, okay? Because that's going to interrupt your sleep. Now, ways you could fall asleep pretty easily. My favorite thing is to breathe. Now, I know everyone always talks about breathing and breath work. It can be difficult because you hear this. A lot of people hear the sound. Oh, do you ever try breathing at night? And it just is a complete turn off to a lot of people right away. But there's an easy way that I like to use to help fall asleep. And what that is you count. You don't count sheep, but you count to make your inhalations and your exhalations the same amount of time. So you want to inhale start with 4 seconds, and then you want to exhale for 4 seconds. So you're going to inhale, Now on the next one, you're gonna do it for 5. Inhale. Exhale. Now, you wanna keep increasing the length of the breaths. So you wanna see how far you can go. Typically by the time someone gets to inhaling 12 and exhaling 12, they fall asleep. They don't remember after that. So that alone can be the technique you use to help you fall asleep, especially if you're the person that has difficulty falling asleep. Now, if you are the person that has difficulty staying asleep, or just anyone that has trouble sleeping, you're gonna wanna try and use this acupressure point. There's an acupressure point that's right behind, it's between the ear and the base of the skull. And you don't have to be exactly, in the right location, because you can just, we're gonna use our fingers. We're not gonna do acupuncture. With acupuncture, you do have to be very specific. But with acupressure, you can just find the general area and access the point in that way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our 3 fingers. We're gonna use these 3 fingers, both sides. We're gonna do this bilaterally, so we're gonna do it at the same time. Now you're gonna feel right behind your ear. I don't know if you can see that right there. So it's in between kind of like the back of your ear and your skull. You'll feel the back of your skull right there. Put your 3 fingers there, and you're gonna dig in and you're gonna massage. So what we're doing in this, we're doing circular digital pressure, which is when you put the fingers down on the skin and you don't lift them up. You slide them around and around and around. So you press your fingers. This is the point. It's called an mian. That's the Chinese name for it, an mian. And we're gonna massage like this. You're pressing pretty hard because this area has a lot of muscle in it. And so in order to access the point, you do have to press hard. I don't want you to hurt yourself though. You don't want to press this so hard that you're hurting yourself, but I would say moderate pressure. And we're just rubbing circular digital pressure. So we're just rubbing in circles at this point right here. So this point is an mian, and this point means peaceful sleep. So it's good if you want to, you could sit there after you wash your hands like we talked about. Then you go ahead and you could stand there in the bathroom if you want, or if you want to sit in bed, and you're going to massage this point, circular digital pressure, rotating your fingers in a circle. It feels really good. And you're going to do this for 100 times. We're not going to do it for 100 times right now, but if you're just doing this right now, you could see it feels so good. So this point is the #1 point that we would needle for insomnia. So this is a great point to do. So go ahead, put your fingers back there and massage. You'll feel all those muscles in there. This will also help for neck tension, so that's a bonus point. So this is the #1 point for peaceful sleep, insomnia, and it's a great point for neck tension too. And with everyone working from home, I'm sure everybody's got a little bit of neck tension too. Very good. Now the next thing we're gonna do, it feels good, it loosens it all up, is we're gonna grab our spoon. Who has their spoon? Did you bring your spoon? Okay, so you could actually use the spoon on that point right there, an mian, if you want. But I like to use a spoon to help with sleep disorders, actually on the arm. And so we're gonna use the point right here. If you put your palm face down and you have your elbow right up here, there's a point. You're gonna just go ahead and scrape. So you're gonna lift up, put it down, and scrape down. Up, down, down. So we're not going back and forth. We're going up, down, down. So we're hitting right here. Just wanna make sure you can see that. You might be able to hear me pressing. And what that does is that actually decreases inflammation in the body. There's a great acupuncture point there. It's one of the big points to help decrease inflammation in the body. And you can get inflammation in your body from a lot of different things. A lot of people think inflammation and they think, I sprained my ankle and that's inflamed. But you can get inflammation in your body just from, say, hot flashes or from stress. That's excess heat. In Chinese medicine, we call it excess heat, where you have too much heat in your body and it throws you off. So if you have excess heat or inflammation in your body, it's going to affect your sleep. You're gonna have trouble sleeping. So you can see my point is getting nice and red right there. That's good. that means I have excess inflammation in my body and it's going away. So also by doing this, you can come straight down the whole arm if you'd like, down the whole forearm, because there's a pathway, a nerve pathway down this area that if we scrape down the back of the forearm, it's going to help to clear inflammation in your whole body. And you could do this on both sides. And we're just picking up and putting it down. Feels so good. And come down. Very good. There's one more area I want you to treat, which is going to be the other side of the forearm. So we treated this side, where the palm is facing back. We have this point here, we treated here, the back of the forearm. Now we're going to turn our hand over and we're going to treat the outside of our forearm. This area is directly related to calming the mind, calming the heart, just calming you down. And if you're really stressed out, you know, you have a lot of stress going on, not that it affects your physical heart as we think of it in Western medicine, but in Chinese medicine, your heart, it's you know, more of your spiritual heart, your mind, how you're feeling in general. So if we scrape this area, you can see it gets red pretty quick. It must have a lot of inflammation going on. So again, we'll do it over here. And this is really helping to clear inflammation from the body and will aid in benefiting your sleep. Such an easy technique. I know it's kind of weird, that's for sure. My kids don't think it's weird because I've been doing to them their whole life, but it's so effective that it's worth doing. Especially if you're at home right now and you can't sleep, you're having trouble sleeping, why not try these things? Now's the time. Okay. Oh, now that you're all relaxed, you feeling all sleepy? Is everybody feeling sleepy? I feel different. I feel a change. I feel a shift in the way I feel. And so you could try these techniques at home if you're having trouble sleeping. And remember, well, just to recap, you're going to set a bedtime alarm where you're going to quiet everything down in the whole house and get your mind prepped. We're going to be going to bed soon, because your mind likes a schedule, your body likes a schedule. Then you're gonna wash your hands with a special soap if you want, or use an aromatherapy or eucalyptus or lavender or whatever flavor you like to help get your sense of smell working and trigger your brain to think, oh, there you go, that's that smell. Now we're gonna go to sleep. Then you're gonna do your exercises here. You're gonna press on me on and massage with circular digital pressure on this point for your peaceful sleep. Very good. And then we're going to do our deep belly breathing, making our inhalations and exhalations the same amount of time. So we're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 4, inhale for 5, exhale for 5, and we're going to keep increasing until actually you fall asleep. You do wind up falling asleep, it puts you to sleep. And then we're going to grab our spoon. If you could do that, you could do the spoon actually. You can't do that when you're asleep, but you could do the spoon before this whole bit. Remember, we're going to do it right here on the outside of the elbow, coming down the whole forearm, and then this area too. Perfect, okay? So I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you have a great, great sleep tonight. Try these techniques. Let me know how you do. Comment down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and you can check out our website, amityvillewellness.com/blog, and I look forward to working with you next time. Be well. Have a great day.